Hi everybody, Barefoot Lass here, and I'm back with a really great DIY for emergency light, heat, and cooking. You're gonna love it, but you gotta stay tuned to the very end because the bonus tip this time is 3 bonus tips in one. Okay, here we go. Okay, before I start, I want to give a really big shout out to Riverside Homestead Life. He is like the coolest dude ever. You're really gonna like him. You'll love his channel. I'm gonna put the link in the description, so check him out. So, are you ready to make a really easy DIY that's going to give you heat, light, and you can cook on it? This is like so cool. This is like the neatest contraption ever. Okay, this is what you're going to need. Number 1, a mason jar. You can use any size as long as it has the 3-inch top. Okay? You probably have one of these, so you're not going to have to spend any money on that. Okay, next, we need this little thing. All right? Now, you can get these on Amazon. They have the 3-inch and they have it's like a screw top. So you can put it on your mason jar and screw it on. It's like so cool. So they do have them on Amazon. They are about $9 now for this. It comes with the wick and everything. But you might even have one of these. Who the heck knows? You might have one. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need is a hurricane lantern top. You can get these really, really cheap at like flea markets or garage sales. You can get them for like $1. But if you don't, and you might even have this, so you didn't spend any money yet. They do have these on Amazon. And I think they're like a little steep compared, like for what they are. I think they're like 13 bucks. So we have that. The next thing we need is kerosene. Okay, this one is clean heat. The next thing we need is one of these. You have to have one of these like stuffed behind in your drawer somewhere. So we need the kind with the little triangle thing. This one is so old. Okay, then we're gonna need a can, all right? A can of beans, a can of soup, anything. But we wanna make sure that it's 3 inches across, all right? So, and then, oh, I have to tell you this. If you get the cheaper brand, like whenever you're opening up your cans for your dinner, if you have the one with this kind of, it's just the regular top and the regular bottom, just take it and open up both ends, okay? After you empty it, open up the other end. Because the other cans, they're starting to make them so that they're harder here and there isn't that lip that you can put on the can opener. And make a couple. All you do is bottom, top, open. Okay, the next tip is, okay, we can't use this one because this has the hard thing that won't take your can opener. So we're putting that one away. Now, all you have to do is take off the label. Now, whenever you take off the label, all right, I want you to notice this. There's glue on there, all right? You don't want that glue on there. You could, something my eyeball, you could just scrape it off and you're good to go. Now, the reason that you scrape off the glue is because this is gonna go on like really high heat. And that can like burn off fumes. Now, Riverside Homestead Life didn't tell us that. But he did tell us something really, really cool. I'm like a really detailed person. So, of course, I would pick up on that. He's like a man, so men just don't pick up on some stuff. Okay, but I love him, so don't. Okay, he did show this. This is like way cool. Do you happen to have one of those old mason jar mugs like this? And it has the screw top thing on top? Well, you can take this and put it in here and screw it on, and that way when the electricity goes out, or God forbid that the grid goes down, you can put your kerosene oil in here, and then you can put your lantern top on top, and you can carry it around. It's like so cool. So that's a really good tip. But my tip is good too about taking that glue off there so you don't get those fumes. All right. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our can, both sides. We're gonna poke holes in it with our trusty old-fashioned can opener. So what we're gonna do is just, okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now I'm gonna give you this tip too. See how let's get closer. See how this is kind of sticking up? You want to just you can press it with your thumb and press it down. Okay? All of that. Put it down gently so that it is below the lip. All right? Because you want it to sit real straight. All right? Okay, I got it. So you just do the same thing to the other side and make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes. And that's done. Okay, now we're gonna light it. Okay, put on our top, turn it down. Now, I want you to stay tuned. We're not done. I want you to stay tuned to the very end for the bonus tip, because I'm going to show you a way to make this even brighter and cleaner burning, okay, for the light. So we have our light. I'm going to show you how it will give off heat. Take that off. Now we're going to put this on, our little tricky little thing that we made. And it fits right in there. If you would just take 2 of these and put them in a small room, and put them in your bathroom, and you will feel a difference, okay? And you won't care. You won't care that it's just a little bit of heat. You're gonna be really happy you have it. So number 1 is always safety. With any kind of flame, you wanna make sure your little critters or your munchkins don't get near it and knock it over, okay? That's very important. Number 2, anytime you have anything with a flame, you should always have some kind of ventilation. But I'm telling you right now, I know you think this is hokey, but it will actually give off enough heat to warm that bathroom. Now I'm going to cook my dinner on this little contraption. Okay, for dinner, I'm having biscuits and gravy. These are pretty good, believe it or not. Okay, you're not gonna be able to cook a steak on here, all right? But I'll tell you what, you can boil water, you can heat up soup, you can heat up beans. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can do, okay? So, I got this, I think, either at Kmart or Walmart, all right? And I put in water. I put in a cup and a quarter of water, and I'm going to set it on here, and we are going to heat it up. Now, I am going to wait until it boils. I'm going to look at the time to see how long it takes. Now, I'm going to read the directions here. All you do is open package and remove and discard oxygen absorber. I always have a hard time opening this kind of stuff. Always. Open it. Oxygen absorber. All right. Now we're going to wait until this boils. And this is going to be my dinner tonight. Okay, it's been 15 minutes and it's boiling. I forgot to tell you that use a stainless steel pot, all right, and put a lid on it, because this one came with a lid, okay, and it's boiling. Let's see. Oh, this didn't get hot. That's pretty cool. Okay, now I'm going to pour it in. My biscuits and gravy. Now the directions say to stir it up and to zip it up and let it sit for 4 minutes. After 4 minutes, I mixed it. Then I zipped it back up and left it for another 5 minutes. Now it's dinner time. Okay, let's taste it and see how it is. It's steaming hot. Steaming. It's good. You probably don't realize this, but if you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe and comment, it really helps my little tiny little channel here. And I want to grow my channel, okay? Because I have so many really great hints and tips to share with everybody. Okay, so here we go on to the bonus tip. Here's a way to make your lamp burn brighter and more efficiently. All you do is you take your wick, I already did it, and you just cut it into a point, all right? And it'll make it burn brighter and more efficient. Here's another tip. So if you just made your lamp and you want to burn it immediately, you have to remember to prep your wick. All you do is take it and turn it upside down and put it into the oil, and then it'll be ready. Otherwise, you'd have to wait about 15 minutes for the wick to absorb the oil before you light it. Okay, next tip is, yes, you can put essential oil in. So I'm going to put a few drops in. I'm using lavender. And don't forget, I sell essential oils, so if you want any, go into my description box, and there's a link. Okay, so we have our lavender in there. I have my oil in there, and we're going to twist this on. And I have to show you this, because I had to get bougie. I always have to get bougie. Okay, we have to look close to this one. Look how pretty it is. I went to the dollar store and I got these glass discs and I glued them on here with a hot glue gun. And listen, ASMR. I had to throw that in there. All right, let's light her up. And there it is. And it'll burn cleaner because of the way we cut the wick. And there she goes. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I appreciate it. Please stay tuned for my next episode, which will be homemade doggy treats. Hey, thanks everybody. See ya!